So today what we're doing is not simply re-announcing that we were successful in obtaining those funds, but really announcing that there is a complete funding plan and construction schedule that has been put together with respect to this project. The total estimated cost for design and construction of the replacement of the New Haven Lions Walk Bridge in Norwalk is expected to cost $465 million. CONDOT has been awarded funding for the project under the Emergency Relief Program of $160.9 million. The state's matching requirement for this award is approximately $53,700,000, which will provide a total under that portion of the funding of $214.6 million in federal fiscal year 2015 to advance this project. Federal Transit Administration regular program apportionments funding this program will begin to support it as well in fiscal years 16 to 18 in the amount of approximately $146 million with state matching requirement of $36.5 million. We'll give you this in writing. Over the 3 years for a total of $182.5 million. An additional $68 million of state bond funds over the 3-year period are programmed as state match and to get the final portion of the monies necessary to finance the walk bridge replacement. So we have set aside, we have appropriated, we have had the federal government appropriate the total of $465 million so that this project can be completed. When it is done, this project will be funded with 34% state funds and 66% federal funds, and of that I am proud. Thank you very much.
I'm proud today. This fight is not done. We only have part of the money we need. We need more. We're going to fight for it. And with days like today, with the governor and all of the representatives who were here, and by the way, it's bipartisan, very bipartisan. There's nothing partisan about transportation. There should be nothing partisan about infrastructure. I want to thank my Republican colleagues here and in the United States Senate for their supporting this effort and their continued support for rail funding. Rail funding is our future. Let's make it happen.
The reason that there is a big federal grant coming to fix this bridge is because Washington is convinced for the first time in over a decade that Connecticut is serious about putting money into transportation. That's the reality. For a long time, Washington was sending money to Connecticut, and Connecticut was putting in its minimal share in order to qualify for federal funds. That era is over.
Thanks to our federal delegation, they have been focused like a laser beam on this issue and helping us to receive the money for this replacement of the bridge. Not only is it an issue for Connecticut, obviously it's an issue for the Northeast Corridor. As somebody who takes the train, if something happens on the Northeast Corridor, it affects everybody from Delaware all the way up to Boston, and it could ruin travel plans all the way through the Northeast Corridor. But I can say for a matter of fact that we would not be standing here if it were not for our Governor Dannel Malloy. He has been working consistently very hard, not just for this particular bridge, but for the entire transportation system in the state of Connecticut. When we announced that this grant came through, my constituents were very happy, obviously, because they know and they expect, and all they want is reliable and consistent service. They want to be able to get from point A to point B and know that they can get there and know that they can get there on time. And through this construction of this new bridge, that's going to be able to happen a lot easier. I also want to just